Welcome to the new episode of Everyday DJ and the Gabriel Journey, episode 27 on Everyday DJ. So today I want to talk about something really quick and really helpful for every one of you that are a bit introverts or maybe extroverts but don't know to communicate their message, because I realized something this morning, which was that I had this energy in me for a long time, but I didn't know how to communicate it, how to use it properly so I can be understood well by other people. And that's something really powerful, because I think in the world we live in today, that's a bit futuristic what I mean, but machines and everything's like that will make us obsolete. We won't be able to do certain things that we are actually doing, and that's already happened with some of the past jobs that we had that are now done with all kinds of machinery and stuff like that. But I believe the one thing that is the most safe for us to learn and that we will keep for at least the most amount of time is the aspect of communicating well. That's why I'm going into something which is sales, marketing related, because at the root, at the base, the foundation of that, there are people and you have to communicate with them. And that aspect is really interesting because when you know how to communicate, you can do pretty much everything. But you have to know how to communicate, and that's not something that we are all gifted with. I understand that. So I want to share with you my story a little bit so you can pretty much see that everyone can do it, and I really mean that. So stay with me. Basically, when I was a child, I was a fat guy, and of course it didn't help you to be confident when everyone is laughing at you and everything like that. I'm also a very kind guy. I'm sometimes too kind with people, that people say that. But I think that's really important to be kind, and that's also a superpower and not something that you shouldn't be. Anyway, so I was that guy, very shy, very timid, and I didn't go to talk with anybody. But now, as you can see, maybe I seem more, I maybe have more ease to talk with you on camera and with people. If I maybe talk with you one day, I don't know, maybe you'll see that I'm not so shy anymore. But why is that thing? Why did I stop being shy? For a few reasons. The one that are coming from my head, I think there are three for now. One is that I started to feel less what actually feared me in the past. That was most of all my physique. I was not really comfortable with myself. I wasn't loving myself, so that didn't help me to be confident. So you have to become confident about who you are and loving yourself. I know it maybe sounds strange, but you become really strong when you learn how to love yourself, because you can't give love when you are not loving yourself. That's like if you want to teach somebody how to swim and you don't know how to swim too, that's kind of stupid. So if you want to teach or give something, you have to first of all having it in you and that it works for you and that you understand that principle. That's applied for everything. Now that you love yourself, you have to do a few other things, I believe. So yeah, facing your fear is the number one thing that you should do. Because when you face your fear, that can be speaking in public or I don't know, anything, you become much, much stronger than you actually are right now. So that's scary, I know, me too. When I'm better at talking, but I'm still have a lot of improvements to do. Like when I'm going to talk to my class, for example, I'm more confident. Before I cannot do that. I cannot. Like right now I can do it and I'm pretty good. People will tell me that I'm good, but inside I feel like a bit scary. And the only thing that will make you less scary is to practice. Practice is really important because that has, like, if you want to be a football player, professional football player, how the hell are you gonna be a professional football player if you just watch on the TV? You cannot. Maybe if it seems easy for you when you watch it on TV, but if you are just watching it and not doing it, you can't become that thing. That's normal. And you have to practice. Basically, now I'm more in this mindset, starting from this morning. I'm starting to be more, I would say, talking to people, starting to recognize patterns. Okay, what I said he didn't like what I say, so I'm maybe gonna say it another way the next time. And everything, it's all about practicing, identifying what is not working and what is working, and readjusting over time. That's it. Talking about identifying things, I want to touch something really quick. That's profound, but stay with me here because that's really important. Sometimes, and I really felt that not so long ago, you have like barriers and walls that prevent you to progress in yourself. It can be anything. When you are at that point that you can identify those walls and break them, you become unstoppable. Right now I'm feeling that. I'm starting to know what is annoying me, what is preventing me to do certain things. I destroy that fear and I go. So it always comes back to one thing. And oftentimes in my video, I started to realize that it comes down to that thing, which is being self-aware of what you are and what you feel. What you feel is really important. What you are also, but what you feel will permit you to know who you are, basically. The two works together. For example, when you go on talking, let's take the example, you are a student and you are going to speak to your class, and you feel like uncomfortable. First, you have to identify what is that feeling. Is it being uncomfortable? Is that fear? Is that excitement? I don't know. Maybe it's oftentimes a mix of all of them. But when you first, you have to identify what it is. What is that feeling that you feel? And this is something pretty difficult to understand, but I can guarantee you that when you understand that, you start to identify those things, and after that you start to be like, okay, I know what it is. Step 2 is to know what caused that thing to happen. I don't know. Let's take an example. Let's imagine that you go speak in that class and you feel that you are uncomfortable, not excited. Why? Maybe it's that girl that is in the background that you would really like to go out with, but you feel like you can appear as an idiot talking to the class if you can say something wrong or not. But you are also excited to prove to other people that you are better, that you are like, okay, I'm gonna do that, and you are not. After that, you can understand a bit more yourself. Oh, I'm like that because I like to others to appreciate me, to give me compliments. That's something interesting to know, because let's say that you are too much on that and you're like too much to be complimented. When people are giving you too much that, maybe it's influence your behavior and make you do something that you won't do normally. It happened to me sometimes, because I know that sometimes I need to be really aware of what people say to me, because I will maybe fuck up something if people say me something too bad or too great for me. And that's really important to know. When you know that, you can readjust and being a better person overall. So yes, identify what is that feeling. Also, identify a second time what caused that feeling. And when you do that, you readjust to see what it can help you to know that, and what is the thing that you maybe need to change to being better. That's really profound, but I think that will help you a lot. So start to really feeling it and understanding yourself at the most profound, way. I would say. Those words are not easy to. It's complicated to explain that because I'm not an English person, and to find the words to describe what I mean is really complicated. But I think you kind of understand. I will try to explain it more in details when I will have more vocabulary, because I've got time to explain it to you, and you've got time too to apply it. I hope it helps you, so I see you on the next one. Goodbye.